Good evening, everybody. It's around 2 o'clock, and I've been down at the barn. And I don't get often to work my horses like I want to, but I harnessed up Elly Mae today. And while I was working with Elly Mae, her harness, and I put a harness on a little coat. It's never had a harness on before. So he did real good. He stood there and didn't really throw a fit or anything, but while Sarah was brushing, I was messing with him. I thought he was going to put up a fight, but he did real good. I was really impressed, and I mean he moved around, but he never did buck or kick or anything. And as you can tell, right there where he's just standing by, I think a lot of it had to do with his mother being right beside of him. But he's kind of laid back horse, just like his mother. So, but the next challenge will be working him. So we'll see how that goes. But today I'm gonna work Elly Mae. He's looking pretty good. I really don't have a collar that fits him real well, but he'll grow into it. And this old harness right here, he's something, if he tears up, I won't be too upset about it. All right, here I got some telephone poles down here. In the background, you can see I had to restretch a new fence, and these were leftovers. I'm gonna take up on the hill and do some more fencing. And she's not been worked in several months, and but she's always been pretty good. But she's ready to go right now. And it takes a few times to back her up and get her set straight. As you can see, I cannot find my logging tongs. I did find them later on in the day, but at the time I didn't have them. But I just wrapped the chain around the poles. And I've got 3 or 4 poles down here. I've been trying to. I could use a tractor, but you know, why when you can have fun working with your horse? She's been ready to go. She loves working. She's a little lazy at times, you know. It's because you just don't get to work.
Okay.
But as of right here, I had to walk her around a little bit. She was just too itchy and just wanted to go. But anyway, anybody looking for a free goat, call me. I've got 4 of them. You can see there's a corn binder. It's kind of hard to see back where she's standing up there. I got from a friend of mine, Jack Cunningham, and I've known for years, and he recently passed away. And so it's kind of a sentimental thing, and him and his dad both used it years ago. So I'm going to try to get that going and get fixed up. So I may have to take it down to the Amish and let them help me with it. And you can see her here, I'm going to try to back her up from a different angle. Kind of walk her around a little bit. Let's see if we can get this chain around it. I've got this bit in her mouth, and I've tried several different types of bits to see what would fit better. And I went back to this O-ring bit right here at the snaffle, and she seems to respond to it pretty good. It's real light on her mouth, and I mean I just barely touched the reins, and she responds real good. And as you can see right here, she's just ready to go. Yeah, I need a longer chain. I'll just grab one for you. And we'll back it and we'll try it again. Right. 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 Oh.
There you go.
Good thing is she stands there while I tie the chains up, so I'm pretty good at keeping them reins to my hands, so she won't break my finger or anything like that.
I think you need to choke that down further on the...
Yeah, I need a smaller chain. But these are small poles, so I know it's not going to hurt her. There's 3 or 4 of those, and I think a telephone pole sitting over there. So we just kind of get her used to pulling something. We got a cart right there. She's never been in a cart, and I've had her since she's 2 years old. I'm gonna get her working in that pretty soon. And I was hoping in the next day or two, while the weather's nice, just get her hooked up to it and let her feel it and everything. That's something I really like to try out at least and see how she does. Alright, looky here. I've had several cows here, and I end up selling, but I kept
Behind
this one. And this cow right here is our milk cow, Hardy. I thought it was a boy, and I called it Hot Rod, but it ended up being a girl, so I called it Hardy. But anyway, she's a good milk cow. She is the nosiest thing. She's got to know where everything's at. And you can see she's putting on a show. And we think that she's in heat. So just watch her there. She knows not to get around the horses, but she does like to be goofy, I guess you can say. Here she goes. She's the race's on. She got a little crazy there for a little while. She's just running around everywhere, and which is good because the horse needs that type of atmosphere, being around a bunch of stuff. And that's something when I broke her, I had the kids yelling and screaming around her, and that really helped her out as far as the patience and things like that. But the cow just got a little too close at times. I just made me a little nervous. So you'll see here in a few minutes what we had to do. But she is a good milk cow. She had a baby back in the spring, and it was stillborn, and it was about the size of a cat. So she's in heat right now. So we're gonna try to get her bred here pretty soon. And, hopefully we can keep her lineage going, because her mother was a real good milk cow, and we kept her for years. And guy come up, and I ended up selling all my cows. And by no means am I a logger or anything like this. Just this stuff I like playing around with. There's guys out there that know a lot more than I do in this area right now, but it's hard to find. There used to be a lot of guys I knew, but they've gotten out of it, and their kids have sold all their stuff or pawned them or whatever the case may be. But those guys are dwindling away pretty quick around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she's in jail.
Good girl.
But there was 3 or 4 of these logs there. It was pretty good little practice for her. And my main focus is working on the colt. I'm hoping that he'll learn pretty good, because she's broke enough where I can hook him to her, and she'll kind of teach him and everything. We have a team. Then hopefully around January I'm going to take her up to my friend's house and have her bred again to the same stud that the colt came from. Which, he was a big stocky workhorse, and He stood about 16.2 hands, and he was a hoss. So I'm hoping that Stonewall Jackson will take after him.
We'll try to grab these out there.
I've got some more poles right up here by these trees, and that I've picked up and just rolled them down next to them.
They say I ain't working much this
Well, she'll get used to it. Don't get snagged.
And I've been aiming to get them out of there just no time, and kind of seeing what I had there. And some of these poles I know she can pull. It's just, she's out of shape, so there's no big deal. She's just getting her backed up here and everything.
We're almost there.
She is a good horse, though. I can say that. She's a calm-natured, not get excited or anything like that. And that's what I like about her. She around my kids, she's not acting crazy or anything like that.
Easy.
I'll show you here in a second where I'm taking them down the hill here, where I'm going to string the fence in 2 sections. That way I can kind of pasture them a little bit here and there, and not eat all at one time. If you'll see going up the hill right there where she's at. Uh-oh. Yeah, she's fine. Going right up the hill right there, I'm going to put a fence going all the way up through there. And on the bottom section is going to be for the goats, and the top section, I'm going to put for the horses and the cow, whatever the case may be. And there's actually going to be 3 or 4 sections I'm going to fence off, but that's going to be our first part right there. She's got good feeding, good foot. We'll see how she does on this one right here. There's some old hog lots, hog pens, I'm sorry, that I built, and since we no longer have hogs, goats go and stay in. This is a pretty good sized pole. It's pretty solid, except the one end needs to be cut off. But I have no doubt that she's able to pull it. We'll get her turned around here in a second and hook to it.
I gotta get that now. Back. 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 Yeah. Back. 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 Go. Go.
You might have to readjust it. You might have to readjust it when you get it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what she can do here. See, she's ready to go.
Yeah, I will.
All right. That's good. It's pretty nasty on this top piece. Probably do 2 short ones.
A lot of these trees will come out of here and we're gonna cut a bunch of it down because they're just they're really, we want to backfill all this right here and kind of make it roll down the hill. And right now it's just a good place for the water to catch, so we're going to try to get to where it goes straight down the hill. And I've got several poles down here that I can get started with, and I'll use the tractor with the auger to dig the holes and everything. And actually I'll probably get Brasco to do that while I bring the poles up. And hopefully it won't take too long. The top of the ridge right there is where we're going to go to all the way up. And I'm guessing probably around 350 feet, something like that. And then I'll put a section on the back side right there where the goats can get to the creek and be in the shade during the summertime too. Pretty fun, I enjoy it, but anyway, there'll be more footage coming up. Just stay tuned. I appreciate you watching.
Go down there and pull those trees out.